Introduction: Why your money isn't growing. Let's be honest for a moment. Most people aren't struggling financially because of bad luck. They're struggling because they've been conditioned to follow rules that were never meant to help them. From a young age, we are taught to study hard, work diligently, and spend cautiously, but rarely are we taught how money actually works. The result? People work tirelessly, yet their wealth never grows. Here's the catch. The traps that keep people financially stagnant are invisible. They feel normal. They feel logical. They feel like what everyone else is doing. But normal doesn't equal smart. The wealthy don't stumble into financial freedom. They intentionally avoid these traps. They understand the rules of money, even the ones no one talks about. Before we dive into strategies, let's explore the first principle of a wealth mindset: awareness. Awareness is the foundation. Without it, even the smartest plan can fail. Ask yourself, are your financial decisions based on your values and goals, or on habit and influence? Awareness doesn't just illuminate problems, it illuminates opportunities. The illusion of affordable payments. The first trap most people fall into is the monthly payment illusion. We're trained to think in terms of monthly installments. A new car, the latest gadget, a dream vacation. If we can cover the monthly payment, it seems doable. But what we're really doing is selling pieces of our future in exchange for present satisfaction. We aren't owning. We are renting our lives, one payment at a time. Contrast this with the wealthy mindset. Before making a purchase, they ask, what is the total cost over time, including interest, maintenance, and opportunity cost? They understand delayed gratification. They know that if something is truly worth it, it will wait. And when they finally buy, it's with intention, ownership, and freedom, not guilt or debt. Reward versus reality. The emotional spending trap. Another subtle trap is emotional spending. After a tough week, it feels justified to splurge, buy a new outfit, a fancy dinner, or an expensive gadget. It's the "I earned this" mindset. On the surface, it seems harmless, even logical. But emotional spending becomes a default coping mechanism. Instead of addressing stress or fatigue, we treat shopping as therapy. Wealthy individuals tackle the root cause of stress rather than masking it with consumption. They exercise, plan, delegate, and set boundaries. By resolving stress at its source, they remove the need for short-term, costly emotional fixes. This is a critical distinction. Rich people buy freedom and growth. Poor people buy relief, which rarely lasts. The tax trap. Why free money isn't free. One of the most overlooked financial traps is the annual tax refund. When the money lands in your account, it feels like a windfall, a bonus, a reward. But the reality is that it's your own money returning to you after a year of giving the government an interest-free loan. Most people spend it impulsively, as if it were unexpected luck. The wealthy treat taxes differently. They plan, optimize, and make their money work for them year-round. They don't wait for a refund to make moves. They structure their finances so that every dollar serves a purpose every month. What feels like free money is actually wasted potential unless properly managed. Lifestyle traps, the car, and the status game. Another trap is confusing luxury with wealth. Many equate an expensive car, designer clothing, or a lavish home with success. The problem? These are depreciating assets posing as status symbols. They don't generate wealth, they consume it. Every flashy item is a silent drain, often disguised as a reward. The wealthy don't showcase wealth through liabilities. Their true display is freedom, the ability to make choices without financial stress. A private jet isn't a goal. Time to explore, invest, and create is. And that shift in perspective is the difference between financial independence and a lifetime of chasing status. The "I'll save later" trap. One of the most dangerous lies people tell themselves is, "I'll save once I earn more." At first glance, it sounds reasonable. After all, saving is easier with a higher salary. But here's the problem. Wealth doesn't compound based on income alone. It compounds based on time and discipline. Every dollar saved today has the potential to grow exponentially through smart investments. Waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal paycheck, or the right opportunity means sacrificing years of growth. The wealthy know this principle well. They start early, even with small amounts, because time is the most powerful asset. The longer your money works, the greater the compound effect. Debt, the two-faced tool. Debt is often portrayed as the enemy. And for many, it is. Credit cards, personal loans, and high-interest financing chains people to financial stress. But the wealthy treat debt differently. For them, debt is a lever, not a burden. It's a tool to acquire assets that produce more money. For example, consider a real estate investor who takes a loan to purchase a rental property. The mortgage is paid from the rental income, while the property itself appreciates in value. Strategic debt, combined with careful planning, allows the wealthy to grow their net worth without relying solely on their salary. This mindset transforms debt from a liability into an asset-building mechanism. Fear of investing, the invisible drain. Many people avoid investing because they fear losing money. Yet, avoiding investments is actually a silent, guaranteed loss. Inflation erodes purchasing power slowly but consistently, making your uninvested money worth less over time. It's like watching water drip from a bucket and ignoring the leak. The wealthy understand that not investing is the riskiest move of all. They allocate money strategically, diversify their portfolios, and take calculated risks. Their mindset shifts from fearing loss to embracing growth. This fear of action, or paralysis by caution, is one of the main reasons ordinary people remain financially stagnant. The fast money illusion. Another trap is the obsession with quick returns. People constantly ask, how can I make money fast? They chase short-term gains, high-risk opportunities, and get-rich-quick schemes. This is the opposite of a wealth mindset. True wealth comes from asking a different question. How can I make money work for me over decades? Focus on sustainable streams of income that grow, compound, and endure. The wealthy prioritize long-term impact over immediate gratification, understanding that time multiplies effort far more than speed ever could. The no-plan trap. Without a plan, money has a way of disappearing. Even if you earn a substantial income, small decisions, daily coffees, impulsive online shopping, expensive dinners add up. The wealthy avoid this by assigning every dollar a purpose before it's earned. They create budgets, investment plans, and emergency funds. An emergency fund is not optional. It's a shield. Life is unpredictable. Car repairs, medical bills, or sudden expenses are inevitable. Without a financial buffer, these events become crises that can undo years of progress. The wealthy prepare for these moments in advance. Lifestyle creep, the silent wealth killer. Even when things go right, another trap lurks: lifestyle creep. As income rises, people increase spending proportionally. A raise leads to a new car. A bonus leads to a bigger apartment. This subtle shift consumes potential savings and prevents real wealth accumulation. The wealthy take the opposite approach. They allow assets to grow first, then adjust their lifestyle gradually. They prioritize investments, business growth, and financial freedom over immediate indulgence. By delaying gratification and scaling lifestyle intentionally, they multiply the long-term impact of every dollar earned. Trading hours for dollars versus ideas for leverage. Most people earn money by trading time for dollars. You work, you get paid, you spend. This model has a hard ceiling. There are only so many hours in a day. The wealthy, however, leverage ideas, systems, and scalable opportunities. Instead of selling hours, they create products, invest in businesses, and develop income streams that don't rely on personal labor. Their approach maximizes output with minimal incremental effort. This mindset shift, from earning actively to earning passively, is crucial to breaking free from financial stagnation. Social influence and spending habits. Our environment heavily shapes financial behavior. Think about the friends influence trap. People spend where their friends spend, eat where they eat, and imitate lifestyles around them. Over time, a person's bank account begins to mirror their social circle rather than their goals. The wealthy curate their social environment intentionally. They surround themselves with individuals who encourage smart financial choices, share knowledge, and reinforce a mindset of growth. Influence is a currency, and they invest in it wisely. Reprogramming your money mindset. By now, you've seen the traps, the illusions, and the patterns that keep most people financially stuck. But recognizing them is only the first step. To truly transform your financial future, you must reprogram your mindset. Your beliefs about money were formed long before you understood its rules. The messages you received, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or I'll never have enough, have shaped your behavior and decisions. The wealthy approach money differently because they intentionally choose their beliefs. They focus on abundance rather than scarcity, opportunity instead of fear, and leverage instead of linear effort. Changing your mindset is not about denying reality. It's about seeing possibilities others overlook and acting accordingly. Scarcity versus abundance mindset. A scarcity mindset sees limits. There's never enough money, time, or opportunity. Every decision is defensive, every purchase reactive. Scarcity traps people in cycles of stress and debt. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, recognizes opportunity. The wealthy don't hoard, they invest. They don't fear competition, they innovate. Abundance is not about having unlimited resources. It's about maximizing what you have, making it grow, and using it to create freedom. Adopting an abundance mindset requires questioning every money habit. Ask yourself, is this purchase adding long-term value, or is it temporary satisfaction? Am I buying because I'm influenced, or because it aligns with my goals? This reflection rewires how you interact with money. Intentional spending and investing. One of the most powerful strategies to break free from financial traps is intentional spending. Every dollar you earn should have a job before you even receive it. That doesn't mean deprivation. It means prioritizing. Investments, savings, and debt repayment come first. Discretionary spending follows only when it aligns with your larger plan. The wealthy do not accumulate wealth by chance. They invest in assets that generate cash flow: stocks, real estate, businesses, and intellectual property. They leverage compound interest, tax strategies, and strategic reinvestment to grow their wealth over decades. And importantly, they continuously educate themselves, staying ahead of trends and understanding the systems that influence money. Breaking emotional buying cycles. Emotional buying is one of the most difficult traps to escape because it is invisible and socially normalized. We celebrate small victories, comfort ourselves with shopping, and chase status symbols. To break free, replace the emotional trigger with a conscious action. Instead of splurging after a stressful week, channel that energy into learning, exercise, or strategic planning. The wealth mindset is disciplined, but not joyless. It is about replacing short-term pleasure with long-term freedom, which in turn unlocks far more fulfilling experiences. Building a legacy, freedom over status. At the core, the wealthy don't just seek money, they seek freedom. They understand that financial independence allows them to make choices: time with family, pursuing passions, and contributing meaningfully to society. True wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by control over your time, options, and energy. This mindset reshapes every decision. Expensive cars, flashy gadgets, or showy homes are secondary. The primary goal is to build a life where money works for you, not the other way around. This shift is profound because it replaces anxiety with strategy, scarcity with opportunity, and short-term gratification with long-term impact. Practical steps to break the traps. Now that the mindset is clear, action is essential. Here are steps to implement immediately. Audit your spending. Track every dollar for 30 days. Identify emotional purchases, unnecessary subscriptions, and recurring traps. Awareness comes first. Automate savings and investments. Treat savings as mandatory, not optional. Automating ensures consistency and removes temptation. Eliminate bad debt. High-interest debt is a silent killer. Pay it off strategically while learning to use good debt for leverage. Plan every dollar. Give every dollar a roll before you earn it. Investments, savings, essentials, discretionary spending. Curate your circle. Surround yourself with people who elevate your financial thinking, provide accountability, and model smart behaviors. Commit to education. Read books, attend workshops, follow mentors. Knowledge compounds like money. It's an asset that grows over time. The ultimate difference: awareness and discipline. The rich aren't just lucky, they're aware and disciplined. They understand patterns, anticipate traps, and make decisions that preserve and grow their freedom. Ordinary people often lack awareness, so they repeat mistakes unconsciously. By learning these rules and applying them consistently, you create a life where money supports your goals instead of controlling you. Conclusion: your next step. The question is no longer about luck or opportunity. It's about which trap you will break today. Will you continue renting your future through small, invisible choices? Or will you step into intentionality, strategy, and long-term thinking? Remember, wealth is not built overnight, nor by doing more meaningless work. It is built by doing less, but with massive intention, discipline, and patience. Each dollar, each decision, each relationship shapes your financial destiny. By reprogramming your mindset, understanding the traps, and committing to action, you are not just managing money. You are creating freedom, legacy, and control over your life. The rich aren't lucky. They are aware, disciplined, and intentional. And now, you have the knowledge to join them.